Hello everybody. Today we'll discuss the second part of the grammar of lesson 14, which is ablative and the Upapada Samasa. So we'll start with the ablative. The ablative or the Panchami Vibhakti is the fifth case. It comes from Latin ablatus, and this means to carry away. Hence, it means something like from. Therefore, the general information, or generally speaking, it expresses the point from which a physical or mental action begins, meaning the origin or the separation, and it may also express the cause or the origin from which something arises. It may coincide with the instrumental, except in the singular of the a stem and the masculine and neuter demonstrative pronouns, relative pronouns, and other pronouns and other or pronominal adjectives, they may be inflected like them. Especially the singular suffix to, which by the way in Sanskrit is tas or taha, may be added to any stem. The pronominal inflection of the ablative singular sma or mha is sometimes added to the various noun stems. So we will first just have a quick look at the different examples of ablative. So Buddha, we have masculine Buddha, Buddhato, Buddhasma, Buddhamha, Buddhehi, Buddhebi, Aki, Akina, Akito, Akisma, Akimha, Aki, Akihi, Akibi, Bhikkhu, Bhikkhuna, Bhikkhuto, Bhikkhisma, Bhikkhumbha, Bhikkhuhi, Bhikkhubi, Pala, Pala, Palato, Palasma, Palamha, Palehi, Palebi, Aki, Akina, Akito, Akisma, Akimha, Akihi, Akibi, Asu, Asuna, Asuto, Asusma, Asusma, Asumha, Asuhi, Asubi, and then feminine, Kanya, Kanyaya, Kanyahi, Kanyabi, Jati, Jatiya, Jatihi, Jatibi, Nadi, Nadiya, Nadihi, Nadibi, Denu, Denuya, Denuhi, Denubi, Jambu, Jambuya, Jambuhi, Jambubi, Attan, Attana, Attato, Attasma, Attamha, Attanehi, Attanebi, Attehi, Rajan, Rajina, Ranya, Rajato, Rajasma, Rajamha, Rajuhi, Rajubi, Rajehi, Rajebi, Kaman, Kamuna, Kamasma, Kamamha, Kamehi, Kamebi, Bhagavant, Bhagavata, Bhagavantasma, Bhagavantamha, Bhagavantehi, Bhagavantebi, Gachant, Gachata, Gachantasma, Gachantamha, Gachantehi, Gachantebi, Hatin, Hatina, Hatisma, Hatimha, Hatihi, Hatibi, Gamin, Gamina, Gamisma, Gamimha, Gamihi, Gamibi, Vajas, Vajasa, Vajana, Vajasma, Vajamha, Vajehi, Vajebi, Ayus, Ayusa, Ayuna, Ayuhi, Ayubi, Pitar, Pitara, Pitu, Pitarehi, Pitarebi, Pitaruhi, Pitarubi, Matar, Matara, Matuya, Matarehi, Matarebi, Matuhi, Matubi, Tat, Tasma, Tamha, Tehi, Tebi, Etat, Etasma, Etamha, Etehi, Etebi, Imam, Imasma, Imamha, Imehi, Imebi, Ehi, Ebi, or Asma, forgot. Ka, Kasma, Kamha, Kehi, Kebi, Kachi, Kasmachi, Kamhachi, Kehichi, Kebichi, Yat, Yasma, Yamha, Yehi, Yebi, Sappa, Sappasma, Sappamha, Sabbehi, Sabbebi, amu, amusma, amumha, amuhi, amubi, tat, taya, tahi, tabi, etat, etaya, etahi, etabi, imam, imaya, imahi, imabi, ka, kaya, kahi, kabi, kachi, kayachi, kahichi, kabichi, yat, yaya, yahi, yabi, sabba, sabbaya, sabbahi, sabbabi, amu, amuya, amuhi, amubi, ahang, maya, me, amhehi, no, tvang, tvaya, te, taya, te, tvaya, tumhehi, wo, and oh no, this was already feminine. Yes. All right. Now, moreover, I want to give you examples of the ablative, of its usage. Therefore, we will have a look at the different examples. So, for example, Uttaya asana, having gotten up, Uttaya, from his seat, asana, Gama, gamang, from village to village, Agarasma, papachito. So, by the way, this is about the starting point. Gone forth from home, Dasahi, cha lokadatu devata sanipatita, and the gods, cha devata, assembled, sanipatita, from the 10 universes, dasahi lokadatuhi, kim karana, from what cause, for what reason, why. By the way, the ablative I always marked in blue. Or here, ablative of source, origin, cause, always used in philosophical statements, which is very important. Vedana paccaya tanaha, desire is from the sensation cause or sensation condition, meaning desire is caused by sensation. Kim paccaya bhavo, from what cause or condition is existence. Kissa nirodha bhavandodo, from the cessation of what. Kissa nirodha is their cessation of existence, bhava nirodo. Kamato jayati soko, from desire kamato is born jayati soko, grief. Bharato bayani upachanti, from naivety or foolishness. Bharato, fears by bayani upachanti arise. Soka kandanti, from, out of, or due to grief. Soka, they weep. Kandanti. Viraga vimucchati, due to this passion viraga, he is released. Vimucchati. So the ablatives of some pronouns in asma are used as indeclinables with causal meaning. For example, kasma, why, tasma, therefore. Subsidiary uses of the ablative, meaning complementary, isolated or separated or secluded from, vivicca akusalehi tammehi, having become separated, vivicca, from unwholesome phenomena, akusalehi tammehi, fear or danger, from nakutto chi bayang, yatidang pacchatikato, fear bayang, from nowhere, nakutochi, such as yadidang, from an enemy, pacchatikato. So here we have this suffix to, which is used in the singular, cleaned, purified from padosa chittang parisodheti. So he makes his mind pure, chittam parisodheti, from anger, padosa, meaning he purifies his mind from anger. Chittang asavehi vimucchati, the mind, chittang asavehi, From influxes, vimucchati is freed. Bandhana vimutto, freed, vimutto from bondage, bandhana. Direction from, with the genitive of origin, dakkhinato, nagarasa, south, dakkhinato, of the city, nagarasa. Distance from space or time. So this meaning appears always with the suffix to, and mostly in the indeclinables with the suffix to, especially ito from here or now. Otherwise, in the instrumental is usually used. So ito ekatim so kapo, the 31st ekatim so ion kapo, from now of before ito tindang masanang achayina, after achayina 3 months, tindang masanang from now ito. Durato agacchantang, seen coming agacchantang, or like coming agacchantang, seen is implied most likely. Durato, from the distance, from afar. Abstinence or revulsion or withdrawal from. Vedato metuna gamadhamma, has abstained vedato from sexual metuna, vulgar gamadhamma. Pisunaya vachaya pativedato, has abstained with pativedato from malicious pisunaya, speech vachaya. Recover from illness, tamha abadha mutto, freed mutto from that tamha abadha, illness. Limit up to or within Yava Brahmaloka, as far as Yava Brahmaloka, the world of God or Brahma. Yava Saptama, up to Yava Saptama, the 7th. Utta, with the verb utta, with tittati, patisalana vuttito, come out, vuttito, from seclusion or withdrawing or privacy. Patisalana, jhana vuttahitva, having risen up, come out of, vuttahitva, from absorption, jhana. Then even with reference to, from the standpoint of, with the suffix to, taṭṭhakathā atite buddhe gottato pi anusarati. The thus gone taṭṭhakathā recollects, anusarati, past awakened ones, atite buddhe, also pi, with reference to their clans, gottato, and even with indeclinables, anyatra passa, except for contact without touch, ado kesamattaka, below the top of the hair, adaka samanya, far from asceticism, adaka vichacharana sampadaya, far from adaka, success sampadaya, in knowledge and practice, knowledge vicha, and practice charana. Uddang paratala, above, uddang, the soles, tala, of the feet, pada. Kayasa Veda, Uddang, after, Uddang, the splitting up, Veda, of the body, Kayasa. With Param Marana, after Param, death, Marana, and even in comparison or distinction, better or more than X, Navichati, Anyo Samano, Va, Anyo Samano Va, Brahmano Va, Bhagavata Bio Binyataro. There is not Navichati, any other ascetic or priest, Anyo Samanova Brahmanova, more learned, Binyataro, than Bio, the fortunate one, Bhagavata. Oh, sorry, Bio is like more than the fortunate one, Bhagavata. Kutobio, whence more, let alone more, how could it be more? ito bio, more, bio than this, ito. Sutta, seo, better, seo, than sleep, sutta. And lastly, the instrumental is sometimes used in comparison, just as it overlaps with the ablative in some other uses, for example, cause or measure. Now, the second part about the Upapada Samasa. This is a special type of Tappurisa Samasa, and Samasa is a compound, so this is a verbal dependent determinative compound or adjacent word compound. As I said, it's a special type of Tappurisa where the last word of these compounds indicates the action of the root from which they are immediately formed or derived. And we have such verbals. Therefore, so for example, these verbals, they are dependent on the samasa and they determine it. Hence, it is a verbal dependent determinative compound. Or just to make it easier, Upapada Samasa. So kara, doing, working. This comes from karoti, kamma kara, and I've provided the vikkaha for these words. And the vikkaha, the grammatical analyzers, the full verb form is provided for these verbs. So here, kammang karoti iti kamma karo, he does the work, hence worker. So this is also Dutya Tappurisa, because kammang is the direct object of the transitive verb karoti. So in this way, I've provided also the vikkaha for the other compounds given here. So kara, making, from the causative of karoti, so kareti, kumbhakara, the potter, gaha, ceasing, from ga, ganhati, chandagaha, eclipse of the moon, dara, holding, remembering, from da, dhareti, dhammadara, memorizer of the doctrine, pata, dropping, offering, collecting, from the causative of patati, patiti, pindapata, alms offering or collecting, ta, tittati, standing, from ta, of course, from tittati, tala, to, being on dry land, and hara, from taking, from harati, pana haro, taking away life. And these, as with other cases, the ablative tatpurisas may be formed. So pindapata patikanta, monk returned from an alms collecting. I must have also given the vikkaha for this, I'm sure. So pindapata, pindapatasma, pindapatamha, pindapatato, patikamati, iti, pindapata, patikanto. So coming back, returning from an alms round or from an alms collection, hence, how to say it, a monk returned from an alms collection, more or less. Now, lastly, just introduce the vocabulary for this lesson, which, by the way, I forgot on Tuesday. So we go through the whole list. Okay. Adhikam, adhikachati, acquire, anusar, anusarati, recollect, utta, uttati, uttati, buddhati, to rise up, get up, arise, come out from, emigrate, nimant, nimanteti, to invite, for example, asanena, with to a seat, or to offer to sit down, paripuchati, ask about, ask advice, ayati, to come or to approach, masculine noun, asavo, beg your pardon, asavo, influx or influences. These are in Buddhist doctrine passion, existence, opinion, and ignorance, and freedom from these is equivalent to the attainment of nibbana, to the absolute peace. Deso, point or topic, but also anger, passo, contact or touch, sahayako, friend, upadanam, attachment, gama padang, side of a village, dasavyang, slavery, bandhanam, bond fetter, vedayitang, sensation, experience, sarnang, hemp, api or up, with the optative perhaps, with the indicative, does, do, did, i.e. it makes a sentence interrogative in a polite form of a question. Even, for example, in spoken Sanskrit, this is oftentimes used. For example, I can say, Api bhavan kushali, are you well? And for example, if I ask a woman, Api bhavati kushalini, so I put this at the beginning of a sentence. Etarahi, now at present, these are the indeclinables, of course. Ita, here, it also means in this case, tatta, there, in this connection. By the way, this goes together with oftentimes with the yatta, where. So yatta, tatta, where, there. Tenahi, now. Uppe, before, formerly. Yan, nuna, what now, if, what if, now if, supposing. Sappaso, completely. Pisuna, malicious, for example, Pisurnavacha, Purana, old, and then numeral ubo, both, and past participle kina, exhausted, wasted, perished, for example, kina sava, describing a person who has exhausted all the influxes, the what were they called? Asavas, the influxes, yeah, influences. All right. Punadasanaya, Tava Bhaveya, Subham Mangalam.